Yeah, hi guys. Now we are starting Core Java interview questions. In this interview questions, we can able to have up to 60 questions with the help of real-time scenario questions. But in this session, I can able to deliver like just 42 questions only because the remaining 18 questions it included from um, real-time scenario questions. So my first question is like why Java is not 100% object-oriented. Here's the answers. We can able to see. While coming to my second question, why pointers are not used in Java, JIT compiler, or a market interface. Market interface. My sixth question is like immutable in why how to make class immutable in Java. How does Java support multiple inheritance? Can we use default instruct constructor if an explicit constructor is defined? Why comparable and comparator interface are required in Java? Difference between comparable and comparator interface. Yeah, these are the top 10 questions. By coming to 11th question, can we override the static method in Java? There are some many scenario questions also. Yeah, these are the questions you can able to go forward. Look at the reflection and the inner class and the types of inner classes. How do you write an interface with the default and static method? It's from Java 8. Object cloning. You can go through Google in object cloning in Java, mm, like Google or ChatGPT, something else. Condition that a class abstract. How a class can be abstract. It's like condition. Difference between static variables and instance variables. Instance and instance of operator, instance of methods. And while coming to other questions, like there are no answers, but I can able to say, can you say how can I access non-static variables in the non-static construct? No, we cannot directly do it in the when we do it when we need to do, we can able to create the objective for the class and pass the object as an argument for the static. When we use static. Coming to class loaders, there is a system class loader, application class loader, bootstrapper class loader, system class loader. It is nothing but a starting point of code, and in the bootstrapper we can able to JVM Java runtime environment we can able to use like what code when it converts from bytecode to native code. It all comes from bootstrap class loader only. While coming to system class loader, uh, based on system paths we are giving, that will included in system class loader. When coming to how do you prevent a class being a subclass in Java, we can able to use final keyword. When we are using final keyword, it cannot be converted. Sorry, it cannot be a subclass. And other question, it is like how does static keyword impact the garbage collection in Java? Static keyword impact means static in the static classes, static variables, static methods. These are all there. But based on the strategy considerations, we can able to use garbage construction. Actually, static keywords mainly used in metaspace only. Storage, like static variables or static methods or static classes, all are using metaspace only. Why does not Java supports operator overloading? Please check it in Google. Difference between this and super keywords. This keyword is used in constructor, and the super keyword when we call from parent to child, we can able to use super keyword. That's the answer. What Java errors I have faced in Java? In the development, there are many errors we can able to see, like arithmetic errors, stuck out of memory error, like arithmetic error, index out of bounds, interrupted exception error. Like many of exceptions will be occurred when we are developing any project. If there is any no class, if there is any no class, then the error is like a no class such a defined method, like that the errors will be shown. Yeah, which method in the object class declared as final, and why. Yeah, please go to through Google, copy constructor and clone. Actually, before this question, I had been said it in like object cloning only. In the sorry, discussing object cloning. Object cloning, nothing but it copies the exact object. It copies the exact object, and in the object cloning there is a shallow cloning and as well as deep cloning. In the shallow cloning, we can able to use with the help of clone method, we can able to write the code, and with the help of deep cloning, we can able to manual implementation, we can able to use. It's like a tough, it's like a huge, we can able to write the code when using deep cloning, but when using shallow cloning, just cloning the class or cloning the method from one class to other, like that we can able to use the clone method. Copy constructor, it is like nothing but a copy from one constructor to other in another class, like that. Why buffered input stream is good with performance? Yeah, please go through Google for this question. After completing this all like after completing these all questions, please revise these questions, because these questions are asked in many interviews, like even the MNCs, big MNCs, like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, like this, and they had been asked. But these are all fresher questions. By going way, I can able to give real-time scenario questions also for 9 years experience, 7 years experience, like that. I can able to provide real-time scenario questions. And from this day, I will ending up the session with core Java questions only. After that, I can able to coming up with after that I will be come up with like exceptions, strings. After the strings, we can able to go for loops concepts. After the loops, we can able to go for collections. After the collections, we can go for Java 8. In the Java 8, there are separate questions for streams. After completing this all, we can able to do for coding in the coding editor, like IntelliJ or Eclipse, we can able to choose. And after that, after completing the coding, we can able to move on advanced Java like Spring Boot, microservices, like that. In the Spring Boot, we can go for after Spring Boot, we can go for Spring Security, Hibernate, like that. And after microservices, we can able to go for Kafka. After completing Kafka, we can able to go for AWS intro questions. After completing AWS intro questions, we can able to move forward to front end, like there's JavaScript and React.js intro questions. Yeah, that's it from this session. These 42 questions are more important in the interviews. Like please be prepared. And some questions I did not answer. Please go through Google. These questions are most important. And even though I am starting the lead code, there are 100 questions in the lead code. It will ask any interview that 100 questions will be asked, because that is more important. Lead code is more important. Because when you say theory, they will ask, they will be, when you write some part of code in the interviews, they will accept it. But when you say theory, the recruiters, the panels also not accept it without theory. They need real-time they need real-time development, and they need real-time like interview questions, like data structures and algorithms also they need. So that's why, even though the product-based companies are looking for DSA algorithms right now, without DSA we can't able to move forward also. So that's why I'm starting lead code questions also from today, at least from today or tomorrow, like that. Daily 1 question, 2 questions, like that. Okay, that's the session. Thank you. Please subscribe the channel if you don't know.